Yeah, Hemaji, go ahead.
One minute, Guruji. I'm just coming. Somebody at the door. I'll open the door. 1 minute.
Guruji, just an observation. So in Vyavaharika circumstances, we are so conditioned to relate in the Vachyartha, right? It is to keep the Lakshyartha, even though studying and you understand but you, you find myself resorting to Vachyartha, right? And then I catch myself and say, oh, but so uh, a jnani, that must be such a nice place to be in. Always being in Lakshyartha, right? Always having that, uh, I don't know how to express, but you're just in, you relate to the world that way, right? you there is no uh, confusion, or confusion causes stress and everything else, suffering and all that.
Right. So, a Jivan Muktaha, now we can understand Muktaha. Muktaha means once the Lakshyartha is understood, then suddenly everything becomes role playing, everything becomes a Leela, everything becomes a drama in which I have a role to play. And even that jnani has to play whatever role it is that is there for that person. Unless the person is a sannyasa, even then that person has to play the role of a sannyasa. But respecting vachyartha, understanding lakshyartha, but respecting vachyartha. When somebody knocks on the door, Swamiji will say, "Oh, Jaikumar, come." They will say, "How does he know? Jaikumar come means what? Hey, Brahman and all," he doesn't say. Why? Because vachyartha has to be respected. This is how it is. The transaction means vachyartha. Transaction means vachyartha. Otherwise, everything will go haywire. So, vachyartha has to be respected, and yet the vision has to be there constantly. And so, they say, Tula Vidya Nivritti, even after the jnanam, like the dog's tail, I am carried away by vachyartha. And so I have to constantly remind myself. I means that student, the seeker who knows it, has to constantly remind himself, herself about what the reality is. And then Pashyan, Shrinvan, Sprushan, Jigran, Ashnan, Gachan, everything, activities are going on. Before also he was doing it, now also she is doing it. No difference at all. No difference, literally. Except this Lakshyartha magic has happened. And so the person's vision, outlook, everything is going to be different. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, Hemaji, if you're back.
Sorry. No, that both the shlokas 74 and 75, I was thinking it is, they're all in Saptami, Sati Saptami. But from what you say, we should take it as Shashti or what? It is not, Satta Shashti is something like that is also there. Something like that. There.
Illa, Brahmatmanoho ekatvam. You have to look at it, no? Ekatvam is the main word, no? So Brahmatmanoho ekatvam means what? Is it Shashti or Saptami?
No.
Huh?
Shoditayoho, everything.
No, leave all that. You leave all that. Take one word, no? Brahmatmanoho ekatvam. Pratipadyate. Can we use that? That can be the main sentence, correct?
Brahmatmano ekatvam pratipadyate, but when
No,
it is
no,
pratipadyate?
wait. Brahmatmanoho is what vibhakti?
That is Shashti.
Oh, that is
Shashti.
Shashti. Oh, that is Shashti.
No, correctly, yeah.
That is Shashti. It is Nirdharane Shashti, I think.
Nirdharane Shashti.
Apro?
The rest of the things,
Once you say that is Shashti, then you can leave everything at Shashti. Same Shashti only.
Okay.
They're all Visheshanam to this Visheshya. Like that, if you say, everything is Shashti.
But that construction somehow reminded me so much of Sati Saptami. In the event of their being done, I mean, this is being done. So
If you do that, then Brahmatmanoho should become Sati Saptami. Then Ekatvam will end up hanging somewhere. Will be hanging somewhere. So you think about it. Good thinking, but you think about it.
Okay.
See if it works. Yeah.
And also for all these various examples you gave, I mean, Acharya gave Rajabhrutyayoho, Kadyota, this thing, all that stuff. Like we say in English, chalk and cheese. Can that be used? Is it something like that?
Sorry, what is it?
Chalk and cheese, they say. No, in English there is that this thing. I mean, they both look white, but there's a lot of difference.
Chalk
Like
and what was the other word?
Cheese.
Teeth.
Cheese.
Cheese. Cheese.
No,
Dantaha.
No. Cheese. Pizza cheese.
Oh,
Pizza
cheese. Chalk and cheese. Oh.
That is a famous expression in English.
Oh.
I mean, that type of a meaning, right? Especially when you said about Paramanu and Meru. I mean, this is so small, that thing. And the Kupambarashi, both are waters, but there is a vast difference. So here also that commonality is the white color. But so can that expression be used? I'm just thinking.
See, I will tell you what this example. I told you what it is. In one particular character, there must be an ocean of difference. Kadyota Banmoho, in terms of illumination, in terms of the Jyotitvam, there is no comparison at all. If you can do something where there is no comparison at all, then you can.
So in one particular this thing, there is a point of commonality. The rest is it's totally different. That way, I mean.
That's fine.
That is how I took it.
That is fine.
It's not a very intelligent question, but something that came to my mind. I said I will just ask. That's all. Thank you, Guruji.
Which attribute is common between this chalk and cheese, and in which the chalk one has very, very little of it, and the other has so much uncountable.
Oh, then it cannot be used because both are white. The whiteness is there.
If you can find that only, you can use the example.
Yeah. Okay. That is where it doesn't. No, it doesn't fit there. It doesn't fit there.
Yeah. Okay. Shanti, go ahead. Thank you.
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om.
Today my friend asked me, she has started learning to chant Bhagavad Gita. And I think they are in 2.11, that thing, where they say, don't worry, Ashocyan, I think that...
211.
211, that one. So don't worry, you are not the body, you are not the mind, everything. And she asked me, if we are not the body, we are not the mind, why do we say the Atma should rest in peace when somebody dies? I told her, this one, there is a lot more to know about each and every word. So I told her, in Vyavagharika, in our common parlance, we cannot keep explaining to everybody who don't have an Vedantic knowledge that Atma cannot die and all those things. So we say that because this jiva that has, the person who has died has got so many unfulfilled desires and all those things. So for that jiva to have peace, we just say like that. That was the meaning I gave her. But still, I want to know whether she is a lay person, Guruji. She doesn't know anything. Even first I told her Vyavaharika, then Vyavaharika means then she say, oh, is it merchant, is it trader, something like that she told me. I told her, no, that one is the day-to-day transactions. I told her like that. So she has least knowledge about any of these things. But after listening to Omkarananda Swamiji's, I only told her to listen to Swamiji's chanting so that she can learn at home on her own, at her own pace. And she asked me like that. I told her today morning, this one was what I told her, but later it is lingering in my mind whether I gave her a clear picture or not, but how to make a person like her to understand why do we use that phrase, may let Atma rest in peace.
Okay. So we use that phrase means we do not use that phrase. First of all, we don't say Atma rest in peace. It's an Abrahamic usage. And this may the soul rest in peace means something in Christianity, okay? May the soul rest in peace. If you Google, you can figure out. I forgot what it is. It is supposed to something is there.
Guruji, the rest in peace is basically Semitic. After your death, you have to wait for the messenger of God to come and take you. So that is rest in peace. Wait for the messenger to come. That is the meaning. Whereas in our case, if you wish a Hindu rest in peace, you are telling that be a preta, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, so that phrase, I mean, see, first of all, this is not a discussion, it's not an average discussion. Meaning between somebody who knows Vedanta and somebody who doesn't know. And that too, if the person is not open-minded to all these discussions, then this discussion will not be fruitful at all. But if she is seriously interested in knowing, if she appreciates the difference between religions and all that, then you can say a few things like what Narayan said. Hey, this is what it means. In our case, we have a different principle altogether. We talk about let them gain Vishnu Padam and all we say, and Sadgatim Bhuyat, etc. So, is there a problem if I say may the soul rest in peace? Well, people who are sensitive to these things will pick up the problem. But for average person, two average people, they can talk about it and walk away also. And so it has become common like that. And so if the person is really interested in knowing about these things, I will switch the topic to say why these English phrases and words do not really apply to our dharma. Like salvation. You ask her, hey, what do you know what salvation is? Yeah, moksha. Well, then you say, what salvation means the Bhagavan has come to salvage you. You are essentially a condemned individual, and that Bhagavan has to come and remove that condemnation. And so Bhagavan is salvaging you. This is the idea of salvation. But Ishvara, but our idea of Jiva is what? Anagha, Maya Anagha, Lokesmin Divida Nishta, Pura Prokta, Maya Anagha. Jiva is Anagha, sinless. There the Jiva, I can't use the word Jiva. There the soul is filled with sin, and Bhagavan has to come and purify that sin. That idea is not there here. I am essentially divine, but in Christianity you are essentially a papi. Sinner. Remember, sinner is a fundamental concept in Christianity. That is not true in our case. So if I am not a sinner, you are a sinner, then you need salvation, but I need moksha. Moksha and salvation are two different things. God also. Your God and my God are all different ideas are there. Concepts are different. And so I can't even use the word God. I can't even use the word God. Soul. I can't say Atma is soul. You know why? Because in your Christianity, the plant does not have soul. The cow does not have soul. Therefore, you can eat the cow. I can't say like that. In my case, every living being, even a mosquito, has a soul. Therefore, I can't use the word soul for Atma or Jiva. You keep the word soul. I will keep the word Jiva. I will keep the word Atma. Correct? Now you see the differences. With so many differences, how can I say Atma is soul? I can't say. Atma is Jiva, Jiva is soul. I can't say it. People got used to saying it because that's how it has been presented. And we all know only English, that too. We learn English, we also say soul. Because we don't know these kinds of details, we don't know. Until we begin to study and we find out that, oh God, these words are not adequate at all. So if she's prepared, you switch from this may Atma rest in peace and come to the more basic discussion. Correct? Soul is a good topic. Animals don't have souls, they say. If that is the case, then where is the question of using the word Atma or Jiva for soul? Not possible. I think that will be a more fruitful discussion. And bring her to that idea first. Let's talk about this. We'll talk about this Atma resting in peace later. Because that requires us to know some Christianity also. Then we have to compare the two ideas. Soul resting in peace is not same as Atma resting in peace, because soul is not same as Atma. That is a discussion you can have. If soul were Atma, everybody should have a soul. They don't agree with that. They will say, no, animals don't have soul and plants don't have soul. All these things are there. Only human beings have a soul. So it's a wildly different concept. Very different.
The usage itself is wrong as per in our thought processes, as per Hinduism.
Correct. Correct.
So this is also Lakshyartha, right? Taking the meaning, literal meaning.
No, this is not Lakshyartha. This is not Lakshyartha also. This is actually Vachyartha. The Vachyartha of soul is different from Vachyartha of Jiva. That's all I'm saying. Jiva word and soul are not, they don't mean the same thing. That's what I'm saying. One is like apple, another is like orange. They're two different things altogether. I'm not talking about Lakshyartha. I'm talking about Vachyartha. Difference itself is there. Salvation means something else. Something, and moksha means something else. Vachyartha difference is there. Because we don't know what Christianity means by these words, we simply use it interchangeably. If we start knowing all this, we will not use those words. So I hope I'm clear, no?
Yes, Guruji. Yes.
Vachyartha only we are talking about.
Right.
That is why, see, the Christians understand Vachyartha better. We will, some Hindus will say all gods are all gods, any god is okay, and all we will say. They won't accept it. They will say their God is the only God. Your gods are false gods. They are clear about who they are. You see what I'm saying? They are clear about the Vachyartha. No, you are using the word. They will tell us, they will teach us, you are using the word God wrongly. They will say that God, only our God is the only God. That means what about your gods? Your gods are all demigods, something. You have to use some other word. Yeah, they are clear about it, Shanti. That's the beauty of it.
That's why Guruji, my grandson goes to school. He comes and tells me, Pati, you know, Jesus is God. With this expression, he tells me. Then my Aka's son is in US. There, he's singing all those Christian songs. They have put him. He's also same as Vihan, 4 years. He's going to that, I don't know what is that, play school or something. He's going the nursery. They are teaching all the Christian songs. Namloda slogan Jollada, I have to hit my head and teach them, because the parents don't show that much interest. When they grow up, they will know that is their concept. And since the family has become we are not nucleus families these days. We are in one place, they are in another place. Everything has become difficult. And going into this Vedanta, I'm more happy. Okay, now what to do?
Like that, you provoke people. You make people think. This is what it is. This parenting session I conducted. First, I gave some examples. I mean, this is the situation I wanted to paint. And this dialogue is there. The son is asking, Dad, why don't you eat meat? No. Why don't you eat beef? No. Eating cow is prohibited. Why is eating cow prohibited? Because cow is sacred. Why is cow sacred? Because it is goddess. Why is cow goddess? No answer after some point. The child is saying, my God, this is crazy house. The world is not crazy for the child. The house is crazy for the child. The child is waiting to run away from home. So nobody know. Parents don't know. Parents are very, very sincere, but they don't know how to answer children's questions. And the children, it's a matter of time before children walk away because they don't have any answers. So it is critical for parents to get educated also. Young parents. Somehow, if you say you're Indian, then I will ask you, what do you mean by Indian? What is so great in being an Indian? Is it great to be an Indian or not? If the answer is it doesn't matter, Indian, American, German, this, that, it doesn't matter. That fellow is moksha, he got moksha already. Then I will say, my God, I will do namaskar to you. You have become enlightened. No, you have to somehow have a dialogue. That identity. One thing I learned in the US is US Americans are proud about being Americans. Okay, that I learned. From there only I picked up a lot. And that identity is so critical. They have a strong identity. And even a child will be proud and say, I'm doing this walking to raise money for Cancer Society. Small child, hardly she doesn't know anything. And she'll come and give you a flower and this and that. And they know about their history, whatever history is there. 250 years of history. That's all they can talk about. Can any America, it's one bacha compared to India. But they have so much pride in their 250-year-old, 300-year-old, whatever, 400-year-old history. Columbus discovered America. Nothing. 400 years? What is 400 years? Our houses and trees are more than 400 years here in India. And so we have to, there are a lot of ideas we have, Shanti. So we have to work on it rather than say what I'm going to do. Just don't waste a minute. Don't waste a minute. Every child you can educate, I'm telling you, every parent you can educate, it will multiply. Multiplicative effect will be there. Really, I mean it.
This Chinmaya mission has started a project Bhakti that's running for many number of years, Guruji. In all the areas, it's running in island wide. But still, my son is living in West Coast. Not even a single intake there. They are waiting to collect interest for children to join that class. They are offering it for free. They teach. They have got a very nice books, small short prayers. Everything is there. I went, I saw, I told my daughter-in-law to enroll. She has enrolled also, but no intake.